Hey everybody, this is Livy Listens here. So, if any of you have seen my community posts on my channel, I was talking about possibility of going through Jorge's old TikToks and like rewatching them and seeing like what's kind of stuck true to the show and like things I might have forgotten about, because believe it or not, even though I've seen every single one of them, I have forgotten about a lot. So I figure we should go through it and just kind of see what I can glean from it as a celebration for the Vengeance Saga coming out on October 31st. I still can't believe we were all right about that. Just wanted to rewatch what Jorge just posted today as of recording, which was the cover art for Vengeance Saga. I follow him on Instagram. I don't really use TikTok, so I didn't get the whole video spiel. It was just the image. So I was completely surprised when I clicked on this before starting to record that it comes with the actual like audio of the beginning of Get in the Water. Please play. Thank you.
There you are, coward.
Oh my god. That track with the piano, that's been revisited, because our original version we got of it like 2 or 3 years ago, like the piano was like higher notes and it wasn't in that like very minor range. Like it was like a different octave. I actually like the change of this, because I feel like this version feels a lot more like, not sinister, but like more on edge and disturbing. A lot of music will be put in minor in like in those exact moments when a story is in a very tense moment, or even like something really creepy. Like a lot of horror movies probably do that. I've never seen a horror movie, so don't judge me, but I've heard horror movie tracks. I know enough about that. Okay, well, we'll get started now on the very beginning. Oh, and before we play this video, I will say there are a handful of them I'm going to be skipping over due to some of them being just instrumental of the songs that we've already heard, and if they're like audition things, those are basically the only two exceptions I can think of. I'll expand that if there's anything else, but otherwise we're going to be watching all of them. This is probably going to be a multi-part series on my channel, so I think we're going to shoot for like 9 or 10 of these, if we even get there. Alright, here is Jorge's very first TikTok on the account about Epic.
I'm writing a musical about the Odyssey, and this is how it goes. There once was a man, cunning mind running through the sky and the sands, in the land of gods and monsters, sought to see his family prosper and ending in our stand. Through the process he became dauntless. Now he's remembered forever for his endeavors, and all he ever lived was the life of a legend. A life that was epic. 600 men under my
So this is like one of his first drafts.
one goal in mind. Make it back alive to our homeland. 600 men.
And this is from Full Speed Ahead. But this was originally the opening of the show.
Not the distance. And did the gods waiting? My kingdom is waiting. Penelope's waiting for me. So full speed ahead. I'm writing a musical.
Yeah, so initial thoughts on that. A lot of people gave Jorge some heat when this initially came out. Like from the comments I saw, that like they were saying like, oh, he's copying Lin Manuel Miranda, and like maybe that's why Jorge decided this wasn't a good fit for it, but I really think that it was because he realized Odysseus's journey isn't like a narration story, or he didn't want to go with that. But yeah, and I don't think it's that similar. I don't think Lin Manuel Miranda, love the guy, love his work. I don't think he gets to take the ownership of being the only one to create like rap in musicals. Like, the whole reason why that was a big thing is because this is a shift in theater. Now musicals can incorporate that a lot more because people clearly enjoy it. Just my thoughts. Alright, next one.
Here's a song from Epic to brighten up your day.
Oh yes, Your Light, one of the cut songs.
I know the world can get real lonely, and there are times you feel too hopeless to go on. But hey there, bro, don't you know? Look deep inside, and there you go, hanging in your heart. I'm always there. And hey there, bro, can't you see? No matter what, you still got me. So when you need a friend or when you're scared, just let me be your light. Let me be the stars you see at night. Let me be the
I love this song.
that hold you tight. Life gets hard when you're lost in the dark. Let me be your light.
Yeah, that song, I agree. It should absolutely, if Jorge has done a full draft of it, he needs to put it on the potential cut song saga that might be in store after the whole musical is released. Because I've been having a week and that song just hit me in the feels. Next one, I guess.
Here's a song from when Athena meets Odysseus. I have a challenge,
Yes.
a test of skill.
Warrior of the Mind was one of the only ones not changed from the first two, if I remember. Top 3 songs of Epic, by the way. I might make a list in the future. Like, I might make a ranking video. Let me know if you guys want to see that. Yeah, not much to say there. That's like what it sounds like, other than I love Warrior of the Mind, and it was my favorite song from the musical. It is the song that introduced me to the musical. If you didn't know, I love Tegan. She has my favorite voice in the whole show. Just barely inches out that, though. There's a ton of incredible voices in this show, and I don't know if Warrior of the Mind has really been outplaced by the other 2 songs I would say are in my top 3, because they all like kind of like switch around with each other depending on like what time of month it is. But yeah, I'll clarify on those either later in this series if I mention it by chance, or if I end up doing that ranking video.
Listen to the piano to harmonize with me.
Another Your Light one. This musical should win Tony's Best Musical at Tony's one day. I agree.
I'm writing a musical about the Odyssey, and this is how I made the theme music for the God of the Ocean.
Ah, yes. This is very time relevant.
The first thing I did was I took some ocean wave sounds and I made it so that they crash around the 3rd beat of every measure. This is what that sounds like.
I've watched this one a few times, so.
Next, when Poseidon shows up, I almost wanted to feel like a shark attack, so I took some inspiration from Jaws and added some high staccato strings, and this is what it sounds like.
I love the string usage in
Now,
Epic.
on top of that, a lot of my inspiration for writing musicals actually comes from video games, and I knew I wanted Poseidon
Yes,
to feel
I
like a
remember
boss
this bit.
battle. So I took a page out of the book of one of my favorite video game villains, which is... And by that, I mean I just sang Poseidon's name in like 5 different opera...
So, random side tangent. I am like one of the biggest Final Fantasy VII fans, so, and I discovered it after I had already seen this. Like, I got into the franchise afterwards, so now visiting back on that, just makes, like, my video game heart happy, so, yeah.
Adding voices. And then I added this really loud, punchy brass because I thought it was cool. Put it all together, and this is what it sounds like.
Yep, and brass is... The trumpet brass section is Poseidon's instrument, for those who may or may not know. Because every epic character has an instrument or motif that follows them pretty much wherever they appear. And there was, and Jorge does say a bit later on in this series that there was a bit of like foreshadowing of Poseidon showing up in the Ocean Saga, because in Storm you can hear not a trumpet, a brass section, which the storm was sent by Poseidon, so it makes sense. Just wanted to say that. Oh yes, Man of the House. I was so shocked in the Wisdom Saga when this came back. I was so happy. This part was like a little bit in Legendary. I was like so happy. I'm like, part of it made into the musical. And that little bit is in the challenge. So, looking forward to that song as well. I have listened to it, to the demo version of it, probably close to like 20 times. That's Scylla. Yeah. That's the like crazy instrumental you hear before Odysseus like, row for your lives. Yep. Oh, you can hear the instrumental part of it. That's cool. So he was working on that in 2021. Or that part.
No, well, I just woke up.
Let me be your light. Let me be the stars you see at night. Let me be the arms that hold you tight. When life gets hard.
My wire's hitting me.
When you're lost in the dark. Let me be your light. Let me be your light. Let me be your light.
You got it, your apologies. You win.
You know what the great thing about that is? I have this like headcanon that when Epic, I don't know if it's a headcanon, but like a hope, I guess, that when Epic gets a stage production, hopefully it does one day, that Polites could be played by a man or a woman, because the range of Polites is like higher than, he has like an upper range, so I feel like a woman or a man could play the part, and it's kind of like how Peter Pan can be played by either in the musical Peter Pan. Maybe I'm alone in this, but I feel like a woman could do the part very well. Like as long as they're a great actor as well.
My favorite part about writing epic is making new friends and getting to be supportive when they record.
Wait,
That
was that?
horrible.
But I'd be suffering, trying to float the whole time.
Would take the suffering from you.
Hold on. This video was made in January of 2021. You're telling me this draft that Jorge was working on 3 years ago was actually one of the hidden songs we didn't get to know anything about forever. That's... And you know what? That makes sense, because if the title of that one had been released, people probably would have figured out it was this song. I thought that was cut initially, because a lot of the Penelope and Odysseus stuff that came out in this time did not make the final cut of a lot of the parts of the musical Jorge had been talking about and releasing. So that's extremely creative. Hold on, did he say something about it? Oh my god, yeah, he did. This song is awesome. What's the song called? I'm still deciding on a title right now. I'm thinking of Suffering. And that was the title of the song. Okay, moving on. That is why I'm making this video. To find these kinds of details. That is why I'm making this video. To find these kinds of details. Okay.
Moving on.
You are the worst kind of
Oh.
good, 'cause you're not even great. A Greek who reeks of false righteousness, that's what I
I
am.
was trying to channel my inner anime villain while doing this.
To save lives, but won't kill, and don't get the job done.
I can see that, Jorge.
I mean, you totally could have avoided all this had you just killed my son.
But no.
You are far too nice. Mercy has a price. It's the final crack. We're about to break the ice now. You reveal your
Okay, but Jorge's version still goes very hard. I'm not gonna lie.
got no mercy left to give, 'cause ruthlessness is mercy upon ourselves. Ruthlessness is mercy upon ourselves. Ruthlessness is mercy upon ourselves. Ourselves.
That is... I just got, like, a wave of nostalgia from watching that. Because, for those of you who don't know, it's been almost 2 years now since I started following the musical. And Ruthlessness was one of this draft of it was one of the first songs I discovered post listening to the first 2 sagas that were released at the time. And this was one I latched onto, like, for no reason at all. I don't know, it's like really catchy or something. So, like, again, this is another one that I listened to this version probably, like, I wouldn't say 30 times is even an exaggeration. I fixate on this musical too much for my own good. Good God. I can't believe that it's been almost a year since the Ocean Saga came out. It feels like so long ago that we only had 2 sagas. For like almost a full year, we had nothing. We had like 2/9 of the musical, and now it's almost fully released. Oh, this is yeah, I'm not singing along, I'm sorry. I don't have that great of a singing voice.
If y'all can figure out whose voice I featured for this video, I'll post the second verse of Your Light.
What keeps you up so late at night, my friend?
Hi, this is Editing Olivia here. So, much like my Wisdom Saga reaction, I completely missed that this was Ismarus. Sorry if I pronounced that incorrectly. And this was the very beginning of this song that I'm about to play is the part that I missed. That was a like a leitmotif of Ismarus. Listen.
If y'all can figure out whose voice I featured for this video, I'll post the second verse of your light.
That is what Telemachus, that's the same melody that Telemachus sang at the very, very end of, sorry, did I say legendary? I meant to say Little Wolf.
Tell me, Athena, why you came to my aid.
What keeps you up so late at night, my friend?
Clearly the Wisdom Saga was chock full of cut song references, and I love it.
All I hear are screams every time I dare to close my eyes.
That's from the Underworld.
Only nightmares of those who've died. Nothing's what it
Nothing's what it
seems.
seems. Not every choice is black and white.
I keep thinking of the infant from that night. I keep thinking of the infant from that night.
Hey, if y'all
Wait, that hey at the end killed me, but that's right. I forgot that All I Hear Are Screams it was a part that was supposed to be in the beginning of the musical and then was going to be a callback in the Underworld. Now it's just that bit is in there. I forgot about that. Like, see guys, I have the memory of, I wouldn't say the memory of a goldfish, but I forget a lot of this early stuff.
Macy, bust a move.
Do you remember
And this is the second half because they guessed that it was her.
forest looking for the largest threat? Well, you would run, I would follow.
Oh, I remember the thrill and the fun.
Until the day we found that giant forest den.
That was terrifying.
We were rather young, and I was oh so scared. I saw him lunge and I
You
stared.
tried to move, but your muscles wouldn't give.
But then you
The song is so beautiful.
you forced the board down and saved
I am still kind of sad that it never made the show, but Open Arms is amazing.
Hey there, friend, don't forget that even when the sun has set, hanging in your heart, I'm always there. And hey there, friend, can't you see, no matter what, it's you and me. So when you need a hand or when you're scared, just
Macy, bust a
Ah, he cut it off before the chorus. We had heard it already
Musical about the
though,
Odyssey, and this is how I made
partially.
the music for the Underworld.
Yeah, this is what I was just talking about with the
Audio of people
Underworld.
Screaming, and I stretched it out so it sounds extremely scary and distorted. Then, to help the music match the atmosphere, I found some audio of some creepy breathing sounds, and I used them as part
Yes. This is all
of the beat.
stuff
Heavy
that was
vocals
still
that
in
come
there
in and out to help raise the stakes.
in the official release. This is
Now,
stuff
for
that's
reasons
in the
I cannot
instrumentals,
spoil, I bring back some lyrics from earlier in the show.
except
All
for
I
that.
hear are
It was not a callback.
screams. Put it all together, and this is what it sounds like. All I hear are screams. Every time I dare to close my eyes, I no longer dream. Only nightmares of those who died. Nothing's what it seems. And here in the underworld, the past seems close behind.
That face at the end. I love the Underworld Saga. It's my second favorite of the entire show, which is saying something because I love my first choice right now a immeasurable amount. The Underworld Saga is home to one of my top 3 songs and has, in my opinion, the best harmonies of the entire show, particularly the song The Underworld, when all of the crew members show up, like the dead ones, and then the part after that, the harmonies in that part every time just makes me go like, oh my god. But I'd say a very close second is Scylla. The harmonies in Scylla are amazing. Progress update. Well, we'll see what it is. Oh, this is Mutiny. I recognize the background. So, yeah. And this is late in the song, too.
How much longer must we suffer now? How much longer must we push through?
Yeah, this is like near the end of the song.
How much longer must we go about our lives like this when people die like this? Whoa!
Yeah, we just heard the cow scream. I didn't catch that the first time I heard it. Oh my god. That's interesting.
I don't know who you are nor why you're here, but let me make this one thing clear. I've got people to protect, nymphs I can't neglect, so I'm
Wait.
not taking chances here.
Jorge,
If you make one
you're actually slaying this.
anything I don't approve, then you're done for. I can put a spell on you and you're done for. Boy, you better run or soon you will be done for.
Wait, why does Jorge kind of sound like Hermes trying to do Circe's voice? That's awesome. I mean, he slayed the part, you know. I'll be honest, guys. If Jorge just came out one day and said, "I'm gonna re-release the entire musical, but it's just gonna be me singing all of the parts of everybody in the show," I would listen to it. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm writing a musical about the Odyssey, and this is how I made the music for my favorite goddess, Athena. Badass in the arena. So there are several moments in the show where Athena interacts with Odysseus' mind, and they have an entire mental conversation in an instant. So the music represents this in two ways. Numero uno. Whenever she's giving a character, and by proxy the audience, information in an instant, we have a clock play as part of the music.
Yeah, you hear that a lot in the
We set
Wisdom
the
Saga
tempo of the
too.
music at 120 beats per minute. Because then the beat is twice as fast as a second. So here we
Yeah.
have a really cool example.
That's
of how
one of
plot
my
and
favorite
character can help
details.
inform how the music should sound. Because at 120 BPM, we're in techno territory. Goddess of wisdom, master of war. My life has one mission: create the greatest warrior. I have a challenge, a test of skill, a magic war only the best can kill.
Alright, we'll watch one more and then I'm gonna close it up here. Ah, yes, Thunderbringer. And he did. Jorge's in his anime villain era again. I love the strings in it too. I know he mentioned that earlier in the one we watched. Well, that is the end of this video for today. I'll be making a second part. I don't know how many parts there's going to be in this series, but I will definitely be watching more of them. The amount of like memories I just got flooded back from watching these is just probably made my day. I'll be honest, like I've been having a pretty bad week, so it was really fun to go back and watch these. Take care of yourselves, Epic fam. I'll see you in the next one.
Master of war, my life has one mission: create the greatest warrior.